Hello everybody, building neural network astro based models. In this video class I will show you how to build astronomically based models using neural net model in timing solution. I will use two examples, building volatility model for S&P 500 and building trend model for euro. So let's start. In first example, we try to build a volatility index, volatility model for S&P 500 index. This is volatility. This is historical volatility, not implied volatility. Let's do this. I have downloaded already S&P 500, and now I will set LBC. Let's set it will be beginning for 2000. This is out of sample interval. Since 2000, we have, in other words, we have 25 years of price history to verify how our volatility model works on out of sample interval. Next options, okay, I will do. You see, clicking this button. Next step, we need to set the target. What we plan to forecast. We plan to forecast volatility index. So historical volatility. So I click this button. You see this button, and there are different options here, and one of them, this is, you can see description, how this model works. This is one option here, historical volatility, VX. Here it is, you see how it looks. Or you can also use average to range. Actually, they work close, but let's build model for VX. Historical volatility. By the way, now they call it HV. Okay, so historical volatility with period 30 days. And now I recommend just preview how historical volatility works. Actually, it works correctly. You see high volatility, it's close to bottom, and one versa. It's not always works this way. You need to check financial instrument, how volatility works for this financial instrument. In other words, we can invert volatility model and get kind of trend. Okay, so we have set target VX volatility, and now we run neural net model to build model. So I click neural net because we set index here, target here, so we have already input here. It's already here, volatility with period of 30 days. Next step, we will build FAM model. So how it works, just click plus button, and you see second option, FAM. This is customized FAM or dynamic model. Okay, click this button, this option, and you see we have three tables here, three tables for different cycles. First table, this is geocycles. Second, this is heliocentric, and this is second, third one. This is for geo dynamic model or waxing waning model, geo, and this is dynamic model for heliocentric. And you see how it works. You simply double click on any table. For example, I want to put into account one more cycle, geo, angle separation between Sun and Jupiter, geo. Okay, just make double click here. And if you want to remove this cycle, so this way we will include this cycle with this period. This period almost 400 days cycle, and its cycle will be included in our model. Or if you click it once again, double click it once again, you can remove this cycle. The same for this, and for any of this table. So you can include any cycle to this model. Next, if I want to clean this table, for example, I do not need all cycles here. I can click this button. You see this small button, and all cycles will be removed. All cycles will be removed. Or I can click this button, where all cycles from all tables will be removed. Okay, click it. So now there are no cycles here. Now we will choose cycles one by one. So now you can see that we can include any cycle, clicking, just making double click on any of these cells. So each cell represents here represented some cycles. These cells, these two tables represent Geo and Helio cycles, and these tables represent Geo and Helio dynamic cycles, dynamic models. But pay attention, these cycles colored different way. For example, this cycle, you see, it's great. It's great. It means that we cannot use this cycle. And look at this. This record shows that sufficient price history, it's negative. We cannot apply this cycle because we have not enough price history. Like this cycle. But this cycle, you see, it's silver color. Yeah, we can use this cycle, but it's risky. It's risky because we have only 3.6 full cycles. I recommended at least 5 full cycles, but we can use it with some risk. But great we cannot use. This is first criteria, sufficient price history. Just let me show you one more table. You see suitable cycles from statistical point of view. First criterion, cycle is not too long. If cycle is the period of this cycle too long, we simply have not enough price history to process this cycle correctly. This is first criteria. But there is one more criteria. It's more complicated actually. I have found recently. This is Nyquist criterion. This is Swedish scientist, Swedish American scientist. The cycle is should not be too short. I will show you example. I will download monthly price history, just a sec. And you see now this is monthly price history, and now because we have monthly bar, we have totally different situation. For example, for monthly price chart, it's useless to use moon cycle because this is Nyquist criterion. We cannot. This cycle is too fast. You see, we cannot use these cycles. So we can use olive cycles here. And in this table, this information panel informs you that negative, we cannot apply this cycle because this cycle is too fast. So you see this cycle is too slow, we have not enough price history, but while this cycle is too fast. We cannot apply moon cycles for monthly data. But you see blue, it means we can play with this cycle. We can set, for example, we can use this cycle if we will set dynamic step 180. Actually, we can do double click and program automatically will set dynamic step 180. This is actually waxing waning model. So you see program automatically sets the dynamic step here. You see for this cycle it's 180. For this cycle we can use smaller step. For this cycle more smaller. So you see now when program allows to set dynamic set automatically if this option is on. So this way we can include any cycle, Helio or dynamic model. But you see some cycles simply are not allowed to use due to statistical criterion. You see this cycle, this olive and great. We can use these cycles. Now we will try to choose cycles for our model S&P 500 dynamic volatility model. Okay, we can choose cycles one by one, but there is one option. You see, we have number of ready templates for different situations. So click library button. You see this button, library, and you see there are different models for template for end of day of weekly chart. These templates needs at least 6 years of price history. We have enough price history, so just choose this option and click this button. Click this button, and you see these cycles will be there. What we have now? We have this table. We have only one cycle. This is Sun Geo. This is annual cycle. This one, this is heliocentric, Venus, Sun. Heliocentric, this is Earth. Angle separation between Venus and Earth. This is Venus synodic cycle. Venus phases. And the same cycle presents here. Angle separation in dynamic model, dynamic helio. I put this cycle here. Angle separation between Venus and Earth. This is dynamic helio model. This is dynamic model for Venus synodic model. And one cycle, often important from statistical point of view. This is helio, Mars, Saturn angle separation. Here it is. This is Mars. I click here. This is Mars, Saturn. This is angle cycle for angle separation between Mars and Saturn, heliocentric. And the same model presents here. Mars, Saturn, the heliocentric dynamic model. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cycles here. Okay, click OK, and these cycles already here. You see 148 events. And now run a train neural net. It takes some time, I believe 5-10 minutes. And what we need to watch? We need to watch how this model on out of sample interval. You see out of sample interval, it's highlighted here. So you can see how program does optimization. You see black, this is target, this is volatility for S&P 500, and black and red, this is neural net projection line. And now you see we need to pay attention how forecast works out of sample interval. Out of sample interval after this is price history after LBC. LBC is here and here. So we need to check see how this cycle works on this interval. But what I recommend to do, I recommend to click this button. You see this button. Here it is. And program shows how this model works on out of sample interval. On this select interval, you see this is correlation between VX, between volatility and projection line for volatility. The higher correlation, it's better. So now program, you see, it trains about 4 epochs. You need 10-20 epochs. Let's wait and see. Actually, I see that this model works. This model works. Correlation 8, correlation about 5. Let's wait a bit. Yeah, I see this model works. If correlation on big interval higher than 5-10, it's okay. usually linear acceleration is high because neural net needs more time for training. Now we try to improve this model. We try to add some more other cycle. Let's do this. You see, I stop training neural net, clicking this button, and now I will hide neural net panel. Click this button. You see, hide neural net panel here, this one. Okay, now we have a main window with our price chart. And now I will check other astronomical cycles. I will do it this way. Just a sec. I run this new astro model. Here it is. And you see it shows you for each cycle, it shows you walk forward analysis chart. You see more red bars, it's better. It shows that annual cycle works. And it works in backtesting mode. In other words, it analyzes price history before LBC. This model does not know about price history after LBC, because this option in backtesting mode. And now I will check astronomical cycles one by one. Do it this way. Click this button. And now you can skip these cycles because these cycles are already there. And check other cycles. Not. Firstly, pay attention walk forward efficiency. WFA and beta Bartels. If Bartels high, it's good. Okay, Mercury synodic is not working. Mars synodic, I don't know. Nope. Okay, you see, Saturn synodic cycle. Yeah, Saturn synodic cycle. The period 378 days, and you see it's high walk forward efficiency. Bartels 3, but it's okay. Okay, maybe Saturn synodic cycle. We will use this cycle. Other cycles. I don't know. This is Mercury Mars. Yeah. Okay. And Venus, Saturn, heliocentric. Okay, I believe it's enough. So we will add two cycles. Venus, Saturn, and Saturn synodic cycles. Okay, I will remove this model. It helped us to reveal some other cycles, and we will add these cycles to our model. So now I run our neural net model here. It's the same model, and what I will do now, I click this button to remove all cycles, to remove all previously created cycles. Click this button. You see 0. It means there are no cycles in input. So the model is clear, nothing here. And now I will do this. I click this button. I will click FAM. You see all these cycles here. The program remembers all cycles are previously created. And now I will add one more cycles. Saturn synodic cycle. This is angle separation between Saturn and Earth and heliocentric. Click this button. Double click here. Okay. And this in dynamic model, dynamic helio, Saturn, Earth. Double click here. So this cycle included. And one more cycle, just a sec. One more cycle, Venus, Saturn, Helio. Venus is here, Saturn is Helio. You see Saturn works. You see Venus, Saturn is here, double click here. So Venus, Saturn cycle, you see this cycle. Okay, and we will include this cycle here as well in dynamic model. Heliocentric, Venus, Saturn. Double click here. Program automatically has found the optimal step, 9 degrees. And now click here OK, this button, and train on it again. Click train and watch what is going on with correlation on out of sample interval. Once again, correlation of out of sample interval. This is important parameter here. You can click this button to set correlation of out of sample interval and watch how it changes. I see it works. I forgot important. You see, if you build dynamic model, I highly recommend to set smooth parameter. Set at least 5. You see this parameter, here it is, set it 5 at least. Yeah, because it's for dynamic model, it's better use smoothing. Okay, you see correlation is high, so this model works better. Okay, we need to wait about 10 epochs. You see it's trains 5 epochs, you see 9.1, 6.5. So I see this model works better. You can see highlight here and see how it works different periods of time. And this is, you see, this is oh, it worked very well. You see, this is out of sample data. How it work here? Maybe because it's COVID. Okay, click again this button and watch correlation. So I believe this model works okay. So what to do now? Now I will set LBC to last price bar. Click this button. Click this button, and you see now program will set LBC, just a second, to last price bar. And this is final education. So now final training, not education, training. So now program will use all available price history to build model. Wait a bit. I believe we need 5 epochs, it's enough. Maybe 10 epochs. You see correlation is high here, but it doesn't matter because this is in sample interval. We use this price history to train neural net, so correlation should be high in any case. We just train it, and after that, then a neural net is trained. After 10 epochs, 5-10 epochs, we can stop. Click stop, so we stop training. Now we click this button, main window. Program will send this projection line to main window. Okay. And now I will click this button to hide panel. So we have main windows now. This is our new astro model. I will close it. We do not need it anymore. So this is neural net model. You see. I will display it this way. Pay attention. This is not trend. This is forecast for volatility. And yes, volatility usually it's anti-correlates with trend. So we can just click this button. Look at this. Click this button, and we get inverted volatility. And this is forecast for trend. This is how it looks. So this is first model, volatility model for S&P 500. So next example, we will build a model for euro to forecast trend. We will not use templates here, and also I will explain you what to do with shadow cycles in neural net model. This is new feature that allows to take into account shadow cycles. I remind you, shadow cycle mostly for annual cycles. annual cycle, this is when first harmonic does not work. It means this 1 year cycle, but for some reason 1 year harmonic is not working. Only second harmonic works half year, third harmonic works 1/3 year. But first harmonic is not working. It's strange, but it works. For in financial data, this phenomenon often takes place very often. There is special video about that. Okay, so I already have downloaded the euro, and I will set LBC 2000, but you see I feel a little bit uncomfortable because it started, euro started, it seems to me 2000, maybe 2001. Before that it was used interpolation using different forex data. But okay, let's set 2000. So now I will do first step. I will find the most important cycles using new astro model. Here it is. I click this button, new astro model, and now I simply check two parameters. Walk forward analysis. You see most charts should be red, and this parameter more walk forward efficiency shows how many red bars we have here, and Bartels. So I will check cycles one by one. This model in backtesting mode. In other words, it analyzes price history using price history before 2000. Annual cycle is not working, but I will keep in. I will include annual cycle in any case, because in most cases, for most financial instrument, if this is not crypto, this is important. Annual cycles works somewhere. Maybe as inverted way, maybe it's a shadow cycle, but it works. So I click this button, library, and will check cycles one by one. Annual cycle I will take into account in any case. I know that Venus synodic cycle works. So these two cycles, annual and Venus synodic, will be included in any case. But now I will check other cycles. Click here and check one by one. Okay. You see 50-50, yeah. 55 red and 55 blue. Walk forward Bartels, not bad, but it's not so. You see Mars synodic cycle works. This is angle separation between Mars and Earth and heliocentric. You see Bartels very good, and walk for efficiency good. So we will use Mars synodic cycle. This is one more cycle. What else? Wow, Mercury Helio. Bartels is not good, but you see walk forward efficiency very good. We will use this cycle. We will use these cycles. Mercury heliocentric cycle. This is cycles with period 88 days. So one more cycle. I will check other cycles. You see Bartels is not good, but you see average correlation is very high. What's that? Not Venus and Venus Helio. Venus Helio works. Venus Helio. And Venus Mars works. Yeah. Okay, I believe it's enough. So Venus Helio and Venus Mars. So total it will be 6 cycles. Do not use too many cycles, you see, my friends. Usually it's not working this way. Okay, I close new astronomy model. I will set here target relative price oscillator. Here it is. Close. And now I run a neural net model. Next step, I will output is already here. Relative price oscillator. Input, I click FAM, and now I will set these cycles manually, one by one. I click this button to remove all previously created cycles. So firstly, Venus annual cycle, Sun. Next, Venus synodic cycle, Venus, Earth, Helio. Sun symbol is used to designate Earth in heliocentric coordinates. Okay, I will use this cycle, and also I will use cycle dynamic. For angles, I will use two cycles, FAM and dynamic. Venus, Earth, heliocentric. Next, Mercury, Helio. Next, Venus, Helio. And one more cycle, Venus, Mars. It seems to me Venus, Mars. Just sec. Yeah, it seems to me it was Venus, Mars. Yeah, Venus, Mars. Yeah, this cycle Venus, Mars. And so for angles, I will use two cycles. FAM, Venus, Mars, and dynamic model, Venus, Mars. So I have two dynamic terms and four FAM models and annual cycle. Okay, done. Click. Train and watch what is going on out of sample interval. Don't forget to set smooth. I always forgot about it, but this is important. If you use dynamic model, better smooth projection line. This. You see this model unstable. You see it change 4, 5, 2, -1, but correlation positive in any case. You see it's a very high correlation, by the way. So let's do this. I will take into account shadow annual cycle. You see a typical correlation this way. This it's 2, 4, 5. Now I will stop training neural net. Click stop it, and you see there is a feature, special feature, tuning. Okay, click this button, and you will get all our cycles and shadow cycles. First harmonic for annual cycle. You see this is these terms FAM 360 degrees. So I will remove this term, first term, second term. Click update. You see these two items, these two cycles are blocked now, locked. Program will do not use these cycles. First harmonic for annual cycle in forecast, and now it trains without first harmonic for annual cycle. And you see, it seems to me results getting better. It's getting better. 1%, maybe 2%. It's getting better, you see? Yep. Okay. So now we can click this button to set LBC to last price bar. Okay. To take into account all available price history, train 5-10 epochs, and wait a bit. Okay, now I stop training neural net and send this projection line to main screen. But I would like to show you more features here. Okay, I will just sec. Sorry. Okay, I closed this neural net, whatever. Projection line, you know how to calculate projection line, but I would like to show you one more feature. You see neural net. I just create new neural net and run FAM constructor model, and you see we have cycles, previously created cycles. I click this button, plus library, and send these cycles to library. My EUROUSD model. So you can save this cycle to library. In any case, you can pick up any your previously created model. But there is one more feature. You can send this model by email. Do it this way. Just a sec. I run FAM model again. You see here, we can see all my cycles, and now I click this button. And program, you need to send to your friends, to me, this model. Just copy this text. Okay, just sec. I copied this text to clipboard, and now I will send him email by myself. Just sec. Look at this. I have sent this email, and I have received this email on our time solution support group. Here it is. This is content message. Email message. And you see, you need simply copy this piece of text from beginning to end to clipboard. Just copy this text to clipboard, and now you see I in neural net model. When I click farm model, you see it's empty. It's no cycles here. And now I click this button to get text, to get model from clipboard. Click this button, and you see paste text from clipboard. Click this button, and you see this text is here. Click OK, and now you see all these cycles are here. And all cycles I used for model for Euro. So it's very easy. Okay, now I would like to repeat this all technology step by step. What you should do to build this model. So after download price history, we need to set LBC to have at least 10 years price history out of sample data. Data after LBC. You see here for Euro, I set LBC 2000. It's we have 25 years of price history after LBC out of sample data. Next step, you see I run new astro model. Here is this model, and check cycles one by one. I click library button and check all cycles in the library one by one, and watch walk forward efficiency and Bartels. Walk forward efficiency first. It will be mostly red bars here, and Bartels, it's additional criteria. Yes, so I will pick up cycles one by one. So I remember these cycles, and now after that I run neural net model and run FAM dynamic customized model here, and add models in these models as many cycles as I have found. And after that I train neural net and watch how projection line works out of sample data. You see, this is out of sample data, and it shows correlation between projection line and price out of sample data. These digits should be at least 5. Yeah, I remind you that clicking this button, you see this button, you set view it interval on out of sample data here, from here to end of data. And finally, after that, I will, if a model works good, I will click this button to set LBC to last price history. I will show you it's here. For example, I decided that this model is done, it works. Okay, I click this button and train neural net 5-10 epochs. Just a sec. 5-10 epochs. Watch how neural net trains. And after that, I stop training, click to main scale window, and close this neural net panel. So we have main windows now. Main windows. This is our projection line. we can display it together with price. And I remind you, if sometimes time to time you need to invert this projection line, in this case use this button. You see, it's possible to invert it. So this is all steps to build a neural net model based on astronomical cycles. Thank you.